Happy Jollywood Nights from here at Hollywood Studios. We are here for this brand new event. Tonight is the very first night. We have no idea what to expect, but we are going to take you guys along and show you what this event has to offer.
And hopefully give you a few tips to go along the way. So come on, Holly, let's go jolly. Jollywood Nights is select nights now starting November 11th through December 20th, and tickets range anywhere from $159 to $179. And if you are an annual pass holder, you can get a $10 discount on those tickets. Nights are already and still will sell out, so if you are wanting to attend this event, make sure you purchase your tickets now before they sell out. One of the unique things about Jollywood Nights is that everyone is dressed up. As you can see, I'm dressed up a little bit, not like super extravagantly.
Show me your outfit.
I've got some slacks, some sneaker dress shoes, and my bow tie. I'm a bow tie guy. But anyway, that's the kind of the big fun thing about this event is that everyone dresses up. Think Dapper Day, but Christmas.
Let's talk about Memory Maker. Now, you guys know I am a huge fan and big proponent of Memory Maker. It's one of my favorite ways to make sure you can get everybody in the photo. And for this event, they do have some special magic shots available just for the party. So make sure that when you are walking around, you are looking for those PhotoPass photographers in the bright green shirts, and don't forget to ask for those magic shots. Don't forget, Memory Maker is more expensive if you purchase it day of or after, so make sure you plan in advance and get that Memory Maker before your trip. There are single day Memory Maker options available if you are only wanting it for the party. This event is different than the Christmas party over at Magic Kingdom. This is considered an after-hours event. That being said, you can get into the park starting at 7 p.m. with your Jollywood Nights ticket. At Magic Kingdom, it's a little bit earlier than that, so just make sure that you're noting the difference. If you do have a regular day ticket, you can come over to Mickey's Vacation Shorts, and this will be where your check-in location is. If you don't have a regular park ticket for the day, you just have your Jollywood Nights ticket, you'll check in the special area up at the front of the park.
Thank you much. Thank you so much.
Hello, my friends. What a wonderful sight. Let me welcome you all on this fine Christmas night. But such wonders emerge where reality thins. And that is where our story begins. And so, as you've seen, there is much to be found in the cover of night, where such wonders abound. By the light of the moon and the gust of the wind, from the shadows that mask an old skeleton's grin. Was it really a dream? Did it happen at all?
We've made it to our first food stop of the night. A huge part of this party is there are tons and tons and tons of snacks to try. Unfortunately, none of them are included in the price. They are all going to be additional. However, a lot of it's kind of almost like food and wine festival, like size portions. So a lot of the things are going to be between like $4 to $7-ish. Drinks obviously will be a little bit more. We are in ABC Commissary. I won't lie, this is a pretty packed event. Granted, I know it's the first night, so I know I have to have a little bit of grace. I do know that they typically have a little bit higher capacity on the first night, but it took us, I think, about 20-ish minutes to get it took us 25 minutes to get our food, which this is a very short event. It's only from 8:30 to 12:30, so that takes up precious time. But on the brighter note, it looks delicious, and I am very excited to dig in. I'm going to start with this birria taco. It's very juicy and very messy. It does come with like your little sauce. Yeah, that's pretty good. Very greasy, as you would expect a burrito taco to be. That's pretty good. Nothing like, I would say, out of the ordinary flavor-wise, but it is good. I'm also really excited about, this is like yucca fries and pork belly. This looks pretty dang good. I was pleasantly surprised by that, so let's see if it actually tastes as good as it looks. I don't really know how to eat like all the things, so I'm just gonna try a yucca fry. That's pretty good. They taste very similar to the yucca fries over at Food and Wine Festival, but they are very crispy and really good.
We also wanted to fill you in a little bit about kind of what we've been doing and how we've been strategizing a little bit. So as soon as the party started, we made a beeline over to the What's This sing-along show. It's all brand new. Essentially where it's at is the Frozen Theater, the Hyperion Theater. So if you're familiar with the Frozen sing-along show, it's in the same spot. It was completely transformed inside with curtains and lights and music, and you name it. They bring out the giant Jack Skellington puppet and Oogie Boogie, and it's so much fun. Definitely make sure that's on your must-do list, because especially if you're a Jack Skellington fan or you're a fan of that puppet in general, so cool. Keep in mind, we also tried to get a walk-up list for the Brown Derby that opens exactly at 8:15. Like, be ready to be on that like a virtual queue. It was gone. We did not get it. They did say that it should open up periodically throughout the night, so we're gonna keep checking and hopefully we can maybe squeeze in. We'll see. But I'm gonna try. I ordered, this is basically like a Mexican old fashioned. So I believe it was tequila instead of like bourbon. So it's okay. Meh. It was $9, so I do appreciate that it wasn't obnoxiously expensive. We also got the empanadas with street corn. These were chicken empanadas. They're pretty good. The pastry on the outside is really dry, like really dry. The flavor is okay. It's not bad, not great, nothing to write home about. I'm gonna try this pork belly that came with the yucca fries. Oh god, that pork belly is excellent. It's not super flavorful, but it's cooked really well. I think overall, if you're stopping at ABC Commissary during Jollywood, definitely get the yucca fries. Those by far are the best thing that we ordered.
Let's go! Let's go! Everybody don't shake your bum 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 bum, shake your body right.
We stopped by Oasis Canteen. They've got some really cool drinks that they're doing. Something that's really fun about this event, they are doing like a lot of zero-proof mocktails. So these are cocktails, but they don't have any alcohol in them, but they have some elements and spirits in them that make them like have that alcohol taste, but they're not alcohol. I got the gingerbread spritzer. It looks really good. Oh, that is really good. It's not overly sweet. It's got the nice like bubbly, syrupy taste that you get from a cocktail. That is quite delicious. We also got the sugar cookie martini. Now this one is alcoholic. This one just looks like a hot mess, but it looks like a lot of fun. She's strong. That one is definitely strong and very sweet. I think I like the spritzer better actually. They're both pretty good. I would say give them both a try. So it's been kind of unclear where exactly the Jollywood Nights specific merchandise is located. I know they have different like the different normal Christmas collections that you can get. Someone told us to come to Once Upon a Time, basically right outside of Tower of Terror, and they had shirts, but that was it. I don't love that. So we'll see if we might try and check out a few other gift shops and see if they have anything else, but as far as right this moment, I think the only exclusive party merch that they have is the shirts. We've made it over to the Theater of the Stars. This is where the Beauty and the Beast live stage show normally is. This was the show that I was the most excited to see. This one has Mickey and Minnie. It has some of the Muppets. It's kind of just basically a big holiday palooza. We're gonna find out exactly what it is, but I'm excited for this one.
Got some fabulous entertainment in store for you today. We have music, we have dancing, we have special guests from far and wide. And now, put your hands together for Disney Holidays in Hollywood. To Disney Holidays in Hollywood! Yay! I am Kermit the Frog, here with the fabulous Miss Piggy, and we are so honored to be co-hosting this magical musical show for all of you tonight.
Whoa, hold it, Bob! Where do you think you're taking us?
Oh, well, we have to make sure we get these presents home in time for Christmas.
Yeah, that makes sense, but we're kind of in the middle of a production here.
I don't make rules. I'm just a talent.
Wait, you are the talent?
Yes, Piggy, this is...
Kiana.
And... Bobby. And they're our fellow co-hosts for this evening.
Our fellow what? How many hosts does this show need?
Now, the place looks a little different than usual, but that's because we're all dressed up for the holidays. And they're just around the corner. And oh, I'm so excited. It's my favorite time of year. And if you don't mind, I would love to tell you a little bit about what it means to me. The stars come out in winter. No city lights. And I send my season's greetings out to all the ones that twinkle bright.
It's snowing out there.
Oh, it's snowing! How wonderful!
Gosh, I love the snow. It just makes you want to run outside and look for a Christmas tree.
Oh, this weather just makes you want to cozy up inside and start decorating for the holidays. I know. I bet I can put up all these decorations before Mickey gets here and surprise him with a whole house full of Christmas cheer. Oh, he's going to love it.
That's a wrap, folks.
One of the many highlights of Jollywood Nights is the Tip Top Club, also known as the Twilight Soiree. I don't really know the exact name of it, but anyway, it's basically a club, lounge, makeshift, whatever you want to call it. It takes place in the courtyard right outside of the Tower of Terror, as you can see behind me. Basically, if you're familiar with the Joffrey's location and where that is, that's exactly where it is. They have a stage set up with live musicians that were phenomenal. They do have 3 drinks on the menu, and to be honest, we couldn't even really see where you had to go to order them because there was so many people back there. I think as far as prioritizing it, you could go like immediately as soon as the party starts and get back there and probably beat some of those lines and the crowds. We were even told by a cast member though, because Fantasmic does run on party nights, that as soon as that show lets out, there's going to be a ton of people back here. So keep that in mind, that you may want to even save the Tip Top Club until a little bit later in the evening. One of the other big highlights of Jollywood Nights is Jazzy Holidays at the Brown Derby. Do keep in mind that this is only accessible via walk-up waitlist, so you have to join basically very similar to a virtual queue, much like if you've ever done Rise of the Resistance or Guardians of the Galaxy, something like that. It's very, very similar to that. The walk-up waitlist does become available at 8:15 on the dot, so you do need to make sure that you're on your phone if this is something that you're wanting to prioritize. Keep in mind that this is very similar to a dining experience. So we've been hearing here on opening night that most guests have been taking approximately 45 minutes to an hour. So do keep that in mind because this only runs during the party. So on a 4-hour party, you take 1 hour, you have 3 hours left. So you kind of have to weigh out your pros and cons and kind of see if this is really worth it for you. When it comes to Jazzy Holidays, basically what it is think heavy hors d'oeuvres. So you're gonna have things like sliders, some bao buns, things like that. And they do also have live entertainment inside. From what we could see and hear when we walked by, it does look like a live pianist that's also singing as well. Sounded very good from what we could hear from basically walking by the lounge. I would definitely recommend checking it out, but again, weigh out those pros and cons and see if it's really a priority to you.
Well, things took a bit of a drippy turn. It is raining, like quite a bit, so we are taking shelter under the DVC little stand thing, but we have more snacks, so it's okay. I got the buffalo chicken spring rolls. This was one of the things I was really excited to try at the party because I love me some buffalo chicken. I did already try a bite and they are very good. They are spicy, so a little bit more than what you normally get with Disney buffalo sauce, but they are really good. We also got a 0 proof apple cider. This is again, a mocktail, so there's no alcohol in it, but it's apple cider. This is also really good. This, I would say, compares very closely to the gingerbread drink. I would say the gingerbread drink is like a little more on like the warm sweet side, whereas this one's more on like the fruity sweet side. But they both have a very similar flavor. And then Mark Allen got the macaroons. I am not a big fan of these, so I'm not eating these, but he liked these. He said these were really good. Mark Allen! Time to go home.
I think everyone else had the same idea. It's raining pretty good.
Wow, that was a wild night.
It was jolly.
Oh my God. So I have many thoughts on this experience. We're going to share some of those with you. So to finish up the night itself, they do the Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, like spectacular, I guess you can call it, fireworks projection show on the Chinese Theater. It started pouring raining. They did do the show, but honestly, I just was done.
Yeah.
And our camera equipment was starting to get kind of wet, and I was like, ooh, we need to go.
I think if you're wanting to go to this event, just know going into it, it's going to be busy. There's going to be long lines for absolutely everything.
Here's the thing about that, though, that I always have a hard time with the very, very first night of an event. And this goes for Christmas parties, Halloween parties, any of the party after hours events. Anytime that there's a first day of something, the crowds are always going to be more. You're going to see a lot of people talking about that in a lot of their videos about how crowded it was, and it was. Like, don't get me wrong, it was super crowded. I don't think that is going to be the case for every party.
I hope not.
I do think that on sold out nights, it will probably feel busier than you want it to, but I don't think it's going to be at the level that it was tonight.
I would say as far as this event, I don't know if I would go back again this year. I don't think I would spend that money.
I don't know. I don't know if I would go back again this year. I might go next year, but not on the first night.
Right.
Maybe a little later in the season, potentially. Just so that it would maybe be a little less crowded. It did also not help that, I mean, we're still feeling a little under the weather, but truly the crowds were the hardest part of it. I think the live entertainment is for sure the showstopper of the whole event. Anywhere that there was live music, live entertainment, it was fantastic. It was spectacular. Disney really did pull out all the stops with that.
They did. The Muppet Show was
phenomenal.
So good.
Amazing. That was probably my highlight of the whole
Yeah,
night.
everyone was cast so well.
Yeah.
Like Tiana was in that show. Phenomenal. The hosts, Kermit and Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
So good. And like the fact that they brought out, and I even kind of joked before the sing-along show, when we were waiting in line, I was like, if they don't bring the giant Jack Skellington puppet from the Halloween party, I want my money back. and sure enough, they did. And I was so happy.
Yeah. I think that it was really cool that they had all of the specialty treats. I wish that, I don't know, I wish that there was a different system. I wish that some things were included. I really, like, honestly, we paid at least probably close to $100 additional tonight just on snacks and food. And I don't love that because the event itself is already expensive.
So as we mentioned, we didn't even get into the Brown Derby because it was gone literally in seconds. When I tried again later, it either A, wasn't available, or B, it said that we were too far away, even though we were by like the Tip Top Club.
Again, it was a first night. I know that they were having some technical difficulties with things like that, which was unfortunate. But again, I feel like there are better systems that they could do things.
Yeah.
I wish that there would have been maybe like treats that were included and then maybe some like heavier treats that were additional, or like I understand paying additional for things like alcohol or whatever.
Right.
Honestly, I think of the things that we tried, the zero proof cocktails were my favorite.
Oh my gosh, those were so good. If they keep doing mocktails like that, I'm here for
fantastic.
It. One thing that I told Kayla was the Santa Gertie cookie, which we did not get because the line was a mile long. I mean, how much does it cost Disney to make those cookies? I almost wish that it was like a welcome gift.
Right. Which, speaking of that, as we were walking out, they do give you, I think these are coasters.
Yeah, they're
coasters.
Let's
unbox this right now. Okay, so you get these are actually pretty nice little coasters.
Yeah, those are pretty nice.
So we did get 2 sets of these.
That's nice. So we have a total of 4.
So they do give you that. I was not pleased that the only merchandise specific to the event was a t-shirt. And we asked cast members. That was the only thing.
And it was like a cheap t-shirt.
They didn't have any pins. They didn't have any like mugs or
They didn't even have an ornament.
There was nothing. It was just the shirt. So I was disappointed about that. I was really hoping that there would be a pin because, you know, we love the pins. But don't hear me wrong. Like, it was a fun event. We did have fun. There were some really great highlights. Like I said, the live entertainment was worth it on its own. I just wish that I wish things would have been thought through a little bit better.
I think overall, and why we're kind of nagging on the event is that like the highs were really high, but the lows were really low.
Like honestly,
and it was contrasting a lot.
The start of the event was very rough. We had to wait a very, 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 like it took us, not only did it take us about 20-30 minutes just to get into the park, because for whatever reason, a bunch of people were getting into the park.
They had about 4 lanes of tap styles open.
Yeah. That took forever. And then we had to wait another 30 minutes or so to get our wristbands and lanyards and stuff. And I was like, this is, because they only had one checkpoint inside to pick up your stuff for that. So again, it's little things like that I was like, it kind of put a sour note on the rest of the event because it wasn't starting off strong. It wasn't this like fun, like, ooh, everyone's shot. It was not, I don't know. Don't be discouraged. Don't freak out. Like if you have tickets to this event, you're going to have a good time. I just want to be realistic to set your expectations appropriately so that when you show up, you aren't disappointed.
But also have a plan and prioritize because we did not hardly do, I feel like we didn't do anything for this party.
There was a bunch of like characters and like photo ops and things that I didn't know where they were, but like we didn't have time to do that.
No.
Because we were doing other things. Do your due diligence and actually look at the event page. I am going to have a free printable guide for you. So if you would like one of those, you can sign up for our email list and you'll get that for free. So make sure you read through that so that you know what all the different offerings are and then really kind of sit down with your family and prioritize which things you want to do the most and focus on those. And then if you can do other things, great. But at least you know you hit like the big things that you want to do. We did have a good time tonight. Don't hear me wrong. It was a lot of fun. I think I would do Jollywood again. But we hope you guys enjoyed watching. And that is all we have for you guys today. Now go create your ever after. Happy Jolly what? Wow. What's that place called? Oasis Canteen. I told you before the music gets loud. So just...
and we didn't even get in.